again. Can I see there's a group chat? Leonhead, hello everyone. Hey, hi, Leonhead, Taron. So guys, okay, let me just start. Remember, we're still continuing with the formatting of the tables in word processing document. I'm just putting this, like, before I can just waste any time, let me first start with the learning objective for today. As we continue, we have to use the text alignment and direction of the text within the content of our cell in the table, and then use the auto fit. Then we work with the data in the tables, sort, convert into the text, and work with the formula, sum and average. That's what we'll be doing today, guys. So I believe then, table, text alignment, and directions. So then I'll show you how to change this. Let's get started. I'm going to share the second screen. Okay, can I see? Is Wait, Microsoft Wait. That's Wait, guys. On head. Okay. So now the most important thing that we need to know here, like as you can see here on my table, because I've created this table already, then this table, then I can format this, the borders within this, the borders and shading of this, I can do this, and then the color shading, you see, that's what I can simply do, the percentage of this, and then automatic coloring. I'm applying this to only the text within. Let's have a look. You see, when I'm saying you apply that to the text, this is what you'll see, guys. So now let's have a look. For example, here, let's say, for example, let me just insert another cell. I taught you how to do this yesterday. Let's make it below, not above. And then here we can write an average of all this thing that we can also calculate the average of this. Average, okay? Now, let me just first start with the calculations, or then, okay, alignment. Say, for example, maybe this text, then I want them to just look like this way then, or you come to the layouts. So like I said, this is an alignment. So when I'm aligning this, say, top default margins, then I define the margins of this document like this, okay? Okay, let me just do this. Then I'm saying allow spacing in between. You can include that again. Then say, okay, you see, this is what you'll see on my table. These are the changes that you'll see. But now before there, okay, let's say, for example, we want to deal with the content again within this. So the content in here, let me just say, how do you want to place this? You see, this is how you align. Just a minute, guys. I've got an emergency. My apology, guys. I had an emergency call from hospital, guys. I've got a patient there. My apology with all due respect. Let me just turn off my phone. And then this is how, like I said, when we apply all this now. So like, let's check, because I said we're going to talk about the alignment of the text within the table now. So you see when I'm aligning this, when you click on here, it says align center. Center text horizontal and vertical within the cell. You see this one, you see. So this is how we align. So for example, then now whenever then they ask you in exam, and then align your text within your cell, top left, this you know where to get it. Then if they are saying align top center, then you know this is top right. This is middle, you see. Align center left, you see. Align, you see. So what is this? Align center, then you see, it's still on the center here. Let's say, for example, you see everything that is going down here, because like that's how we can do the alignment of the text within the cell now. So I believe everyone now understand. This is all about the alignments. Like you've seen how to change the margins. If they ask you that on your table, then they'll specify, like maybe they want top, you make it one, they said one top or 0.3 something, and the left they want the same again, okay, and then from there maybe they want 0.1 from right, 0.1 from bottom. So allow the space. Maybe they want you to put 2 point something of the space in between the cells. This is how we do it. Okay, okay, okay. As you can see, there we are. You see, let me just say, you see, this is what you'll see according to the specifications on the table. So that's what you'll see. You see, so this is how you can apply what your formatting. I don't know, guys, if you all see my screen. If not, let me just know. So this is what you see. So I'm just going to redo everything. So, okay. That was all about what the alignment. Say, for example, okay, let me just see here. That's one. Thank you, Leonhead. Okay. So, guys, be careful and know exactly where to locate all this. Like, remember, you go to layout. Like now, today we are dealing with what alignment of content in our cell of our table. Even this one, say for example, you highlight everything, sort, you can also do the sorting. Then the same way we do the sorting, like for example, column 1, column 2, then we sort them by what? Let's say column 1, what is it? Then we sort them by, no, let's sort them by column 2, price. From the higher maybe to descending to ascending. So let's do this, you see. You see, then we've sorted this according to the pricing. Then that's how you can also do the sorting. Then immediately when they ask you sort according to this, then these are the criteria here. Then say, for example, a number using what we've got the paragraphs only, price by. So let's do this, you see. So that's when now you sort by price, then you see them just like this way. Because then here at first we'll have total amount and average, followed by the first price, the second, and the third. You see, and let's check. Okay, let's say for example now I'm done sorting this. Then, like I said, let's go back again to the original slide. So then we have to talk about the text alignment. So we're still on the text alignment and the direction. Let me just talk about the direction of the text, on how to change the direction of the text now. They want this here, all of this maybe from here to change the direction. So we're still going to the layout of the table. Remember I said that we've got two layouts here on our weight. So the tab, this one and this one. Now this one is all about the active content of the table that we are working with. So then it's different from what you'll see from the normal one that comes with our weight. Like you see, this is totally different, you see. Don't confuse that. So you know that all the time your application or your object, like I said, we can refer it to object. So it must be always active. Then now let's highlight and say this, we want to change the direction of the text. You see now, we've changed the direction of the text now. Then say, for example, we wanted the direction to look like this way. That's how you'll see it, you see. This is how you can change the direction of the text within your cell. Say, for example, even here, you can still align here. You want it to center or top right, or you want it here, 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 you see. So you can also do the same alignment again. Let me just put it here at the middle of this. Like, this is how I can do this. At least now you see how this is applicable. So this is what we are supposed to do. So we're still on the formatting. So this is alignment. We are formatting this. That I believe you all know about this. There we are. 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 Okay, I'm going back to the original slide again as we have seen how to align the text and change the direction of that. So as you have seen that, let's go on the text direction alignment. The text direction button in the alignment group of the table 2 layout tab cycle through the 3 orientation is horizontal and vertical, facing right and vertical, that we have seen. As you cycle through the orientation, the text direction button changes to display current text orientation, like left, vertical, up, that we have seen, guys. We have conducted this. Then now the procedure, select the cell containing the text you want to rotate. Okay, then I'm gonna just select the table layout tool. That's how to go there. Click the text direction button in the alignment group to desired orientation. Let me just go there again. Maybe then I don't want to change everything that is in. Okay, I'm interested only on this one. Let's have a look. You see, that is why they're saying you must select. See this one. Maybe this one again, I want it to just look like this way. Then I can select the whole of this and say, okay, okay, okay. The orientation, by the way. So this is the orientation of this. So the first one, then we want it, then it depends on the question. Like, for example, if you want to maybe change the orientation of individual text within the cell, not everything as I was doing like here, it affects everything that is. So let me just not highlight. That means if I'm not highlighting, it's okay. So I can highlight everything like in here, like you see. Look, everything that I highlighted then is going to take that effect. But if I'm highlighting only the two, let's have a look, you see. That's how that's why they're saying you must highlight. So you'll get it just like this way. But now, okay, let me just also, I'll just undo everything. I'll just undo everything. There we are. Originally, we are just like this. Let me just write this was average. Now, then we have seen how to do alignment, changing the direction of the text. So this is a procedure like they said. Number one, select a cell containing the text you want to rotate, that you have seen. I did this. And then select the tab tool layout. That's where to get into this one. So you click the text direction button in alignment group to desired orientation, like you have seen. It can go vertical, horizontal, sideways. So there are so many ways in which you can be able to do that. Let's check. Sales person, like you see this one here. But I believe now we can be able to do this, guys. So whenever the exam comes, they ask you to create a table that just looks like this one, then it's very simple. You can just create your table normal. From there, you know, here you have to rotate this way, you understand? So guys, okay. Also, there's a short way again to do this. Like, remember, you can just right click and then text direction. Other than that method that I've used, you can go again. So right click. So let's check text direction. You see, this is how you can also do that. You understand? So you change the text direction like this way. This is a rotation, the preview of that. It shows you the text will just be look like this one. Like, let's do this. You see, that's how we normally do this. Like I said, there are so many ways in which you can approach this problem solving. Even this one, if you do like this way, then it comes just like this way. But this one, let's have a look on it and then look. So that's how we rotate our text so far. From there, you can align them here. So, and then change the cell margins. Okay. Okay, we do like this. You see, the cell margins have changed. So that's why you'll see the changes just like this. And then now, as we go back to the slides, so like I said, anyway, let us not worry, then you can check this video on this link. So I'm going to talk about merging and splitting of the cells now. Select the cell that you want to merge by clicking the left edge of a cell and then drag across the other cell that you want. Under the tab tool on the layout tab, the mesh group, click the cell. Let's do this again. So now we have to merge the cells. So that's another chapter completely. Let me just go back to the same. Let's say, for example, I'm going to the first table like this one. Now, I want to make this cell one thing, this one. Or let's say, for example, okay, let me just come to this one. Yeah, this total amount. I just want to use this as one cell. I'll just write the amount here. Like they said, you come here always. If you check here, we've got this one, mesh, what? The cell. So that's what we normally do. So now on the very same cell again, if I click again and say, then split, the number of the columns that you want to split this into. Say, for example, number of rows is 1, then 2, let's say 2, you see, it's going back. Say, for example, then I want to split 4. So this is how you split your cell. But now when you mesh, let's check, mesh, you're just making it 1. Okay, just a minute, bear with me. Like I said, when I click here, and then I'm saying mesh. So this is how we mesh. Then we can split that into 2. So this is how we can do that function. So then let me just entertain any question before I can proceed, guys, because we have seen what do you mean about merging and splitting? Any question from your side, guys? Okay, unless otherwise if you don't have a question, you know now you have seen how to measure and then you know what is measuring. And then for splitting under the table, the same thing on the layout tab in the mesh group, click the split. Enter the number of the columns or row that you want to split the selected cell into, then that you have seen, and then what we are talking about, guys. What you see is what you get. Table sorting, I've sorted that already, I've seen that. And then now we have to talk about the formulas. Formula. So like for example, sorting and data and converting to text or working with the formulas. Let me just go there, go in there. Like now we need to do the formulas here. Say for example, okay. So this where we are now under the data. So this is what we have. Convert what? This to the text. Convert nested table into, you see. So this is how you convert this, understand? So let me just go back again. For example, maybe I can take this table, the whole of this table, and then go to the layouts and then convert to what? Paragraph marks. So it becomes like this one when it's in the paragraph marks. Then it depends on the question whether they will ask you to convert to that or not. You can also convert to the tabs, like you see. These are the tabs. So if they want you to convert your table into the tabs, that means in terms of converting, guys, Let's have a look. Like for example, original table, like in terms of convert, you can convert your table to the paragraph, a tab, commas, and others. Like for example, the others, you must type the character. Let me just say full stop. Okay. So this is how I converted these two. Then say for example, okay, I also then want to say convert to what? Let me just do this. Okay, so this is how we do this. It depends on the question. So that is why sometimes it's very important to know where to locate that function or the command when you are asked on the exam. So that's the most important thing. Okay, I see there's a question. Okay, you understand, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, now since we are about to talk about this, then we have seen how to do this. And then let me just go back to the original slide again. And now, converting text and working the table that we know and how to set the data. We have sorted that, you have seen how to sort the data. Then I have to work with the formula. Last, the most important thing, most likely then you'll find this in grade level and they like it. Even here, they can ask you as well. These are the most crucial things, guys, that you need to know in weight, because you just collect your marks so simple as. So you need to apply the commands in here. So you don't have to work out this thing out of your head, guys. You have to use what is in here already. Then just highlight whatever where you have to apply that command, then apply that. So okay, can I go back and just talk about the formulas now? Because now I'm going to talk about the average. That's only average and total now. Say for example, now I know I've got the item and the price. Then the price for milk, for the bread is 10 rand and milk is 20, sugar 12, and then tea is 5 rand. Now I need the total amount. So then they want you to do the calculations, guys. You cannot add this thing manually and say you're correct. No, you must apply the function the same way we do in Excel. The command is very important, guys, because they will award you the marks for using what the correct command. So you see when I click on the formula here, that formula, it says what? Let me just select everything. I want to add everything up to here. So let's say, what's wrong now? Okay, formula, what's that? Let's say sum what? Above. Whatever that is above, we are trying to sum it. And then let's use the number format, zeros. Nope, something wrong. Maybe the way I formatted my table. Let me just come here. Say formula. Yeah, because anything that is on the left, okay, is going to be added. Okay, let's say, for example, because you see, if you add this 3.2 plus 2.5 is almost 5.7. That's correct. But now let me just check what's going on here. Okay. Okay, let me just do this. Okay. I want to add this on this table. Sum. Let me just put average. Let me just put average. On average, the syntax error. So you see that syntax error, it shows that we have not, let me just say left, but on the left, we've got nothing. You see, there's nothing on the left. But say, for example, then we want to calculate something that is above. So let's say above. Okay, the format of this, let's say currency. I'm not quite sure of the currency here. Let's check. Let's take this one. Okay, the function, what is it? Okay. That's the currency. You'll get this currency. But this is 00. I don't know what's going on here, but let me just check. But the most important thing here, guys, if ever then you're encountering the error like this, what I'll be checking is whether you have used the function that you're required to use or not. So let me just check. Okay. Okay. And no. Okay. Just say, for example, okay, I'm gonna just go back to the the table, the first one that I did my calculations in. Okay. Okay, let me just say I want to add one. Okay, let me just add one cell here, insert below. Okay, there we are. Here I want to add my total of all this. Then say, okay, above, sum above. Because I see, because what causes this is the format of the table already, the way we formatted it, because the distance between this, the data within the cell, that's what gave us the problem now. I just identified that. Let me just do this. So the total or the sum of all this now, you see, that's it. So one other thing that I wanted to show you, this is a total. Let's say this is our total. That's what I've seen. What causes the problem? Okay, can I attend on your questions on the But I don't think that Santana. But let me just try it. Yeah, let's try. Let's experiment it. Thank you for that. Yeah, because remember, yes, it was not defined as a. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, from there we can do what? We right click here on the function, and then we update. Yeah, that's correct. Just check. But now the format again. Let me just go back to the format. Okay, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. But now here, look what they did. They said left. Let me just say above instead of left, because we are looking above for the above values. Let's say we're taking just a normal number. Yeah, correct. No, 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 no. Something wrong here. What's going on here? No, but I don't think it's all about the issue of the numbers, because let's check here. It's still taking us back. Let me just say sum. Sum, not average. Sum, bracket, above, bracket. Then we close. Let's check. Let's check. 30 plus this. Yeah, that's it. That's correct. So you're 100% correct. Those are, so they were one that were causing, giving us the problem. Thank you so much. Who's this? Santa? Who's this? Let me just check. Who's this? Santos. Yeah, the R sign gave us the problem, because that's correct. That you have seen, guys. Same applies like when we want the average of above. Then we just come here and right click. Say, for example, I'm changing the data here now. I'm saying I've got 500 now. How are you going to update that? Say, for example, now in exam, Leonhead, thank you so much, guys. You are given, you see now, we added all this, because remember this was 5 before. 10 plus 20 is 30 plus 42 plus 5 is 47. But now, let's assume now we've got 500 here now. So you need to update this. You cannot, you right click here. Okay, let's do this. There we are. You update the field like this. You see, immediately when you update, then I'll see I've got the new value now. Even if you are changing the values here, then you always have to come back to the formula and then right click and say, you can just highlight and then update the field all the time. You see, it's going to change the value automatically. This is very important, guys, to know, more especially in grade. These upcoming grades, then it's like a foundation. This one, you should know this. Don't miss out to take that mark. So whenever then they ask, okay, let's come to the function average now. So say, for example, I want to change my function, edit the fields, you see. Formula, okay, you see. Let's say now we want what? The average of above. We no longer want, let's say, average, average, average. There we are. There is something wrong again on the formula. Let's correct that. Okay, okay. Oh, the spelling, average. You see, the syntax error, guys, exactly. It goes with some things like this one. Not putting the correct spelling, okay? Average. Yeah, average. Yeah, true. Yeah, thank you so much. At least they've got brilliant learners. You see now the average now. Thank you so much. At least you have seen, guys, that you should avoid all these syntax errors. Because a syntax error then is like not following the correct procedure of using the grammar. So this becomes an average, no longer the total of these guys. I believe now we know about the calculation so far in Excel. So I'd like to entertain any questions from your side now. Like you have seen how to insert the functions. Whenever they ask you to like sorting, then I did the sorting at before. Then we know how to sort the data. Then like these are the criteria. So I spoke about this. In the sort dialog box, in the sort by area, set up the first sort, you understand? So you're using what your criteria, how you want to sort your data within. Choose the appropriate column heading in the left drop-down list. If the table doesn't have a column heading, drop-down list shows column 1, column 2, and so on, you understand? So these are the criteria that you have to select when sorting out these things, guys. Like, for example, if you need to make this sort case sensitive, then you have to use what? The comma. Like you can click on case sensitive, then checkbox, then click the OK button to close the dialog box, you understand? So this is how you can simply do this, guys. Converting, then we've spoken about this. You have seen how to convert this. Then also the formulas that we have. These are the functions. We've got example, add up numbers in the table. You can use or positional arguments. Like for example, where is it? Whatever that you want to add. Like for example, is it on the left or right or below? You understand? Can I try to experiment more on this? Let's say for example, we want to add. So we added the total here. If we review this, we come. Let's highlight this first. Remember, you just need to highlight this and right click. Then it says edit. On edit, when you come to the formula, so it says above here. Understand? So then on above, but now say for example here, I want to add. So the adding, where I want to add here, then I'll just come and say add formula. What do you want to add? We add from left, not above. You see? So left, you see? Let's say left. Whatever that is on the left is going to be added here. So let me say, then I'm going to insert another cell in between, show column, right, okay, there we are, thank you. And then say, for example, no, I can't add, just do this, okay. We'll just say add, okay, I'll add to the left, okay, it's the same, add to the right, okay, insert to the right, okay, no, just this way, okay, I'll just insert it here, to the right, okay, there we are. If I'm saying, okay, function formula, not left, I'll just add what is right. On the right hand side, right, that's right. There we are, let's have a look. It's going to take whatever that is plus 0, we'll get this. But if ever then say, for example, I'm saying I'm going to add another, then say to the right, there we are. I just put the value again, 500 and something. Then I come here, then I highlight, then say whatever that is on there, you see. So now we update because it take whatever, any data that is on there right hand side. Then if I'm saying from the right to the left, then it's going to add this, it's going to give me this. So you see, this is how all this works. So I believe we all understand now, guys, okay? So we give me the formulas. Example, add up numbers in the table. You can use positional argument. So the argument, these are the positional argument. So like left, right, above, below, with these functions here. These are the functions. So the positional argument, then it tells you whether whatever that you want to add, is it on the right, left, above, or below. So these are the positional argument, guys. Let us be careful about that whenever then we do this adding of data or information. But the functions always need to be there. Select the table cell where you want your results. If the cell is not empty, delete its content. On the tab 2 layout tab, in the data group, click formula. Then this one you have seen, guys. You know how to do this. We did this. So like what you see on this table, like I said, so this is how they are going to add this. Like you have seen, we did this. Let me just call it the end of the day for today, guys. Before I can just proceed and then call it a day. So I'd like to entertain the questions from your side. So I just give you 10 minutes of my time to talk to me, guys. Okay, I see there's one person that is talking. Thank you for the lesson today. Thanks, Leonhead. Santos, thank you so much as well. And Tino, so please guys talk to me. So I'd like you to